Hey Capricorn, welcome to your tarot reading for mid-August 2024. Let's jump right into this. Some really fascinating energies for you in this spread. We begin with the Knight of Pentacles in the past position. This is suggesting that you've recently been in a period where you've been very diligent and responsible, and you were taking a very methodical approach to your goals. This card often represents someone who's really hardworking and dependable. He's not the most exciting knight out of the deck, and I know some readers aren't even fond of him as one of the knights, but he's actually one of my favorite knights because he stands out. All the other knights are on horses that are kind of charging forward with their quest. This knight is a little more quiet and steadfast in his approach, and I definitely identify with that personally. So he's really thinking about his money. He's very much focused on his pentacle. He's not hiding that. It's out in the open. He's really thinking about money, career, long-term planning. So it looks like that's been very much on your mind. And you've been really willing to put in the necessary effort to achieve long-term success for yourself. And that's why I really like this knight, because he's not into get rich quick kind of energy. He's really thinking about practical things that really will bring in money and success. So you may have been focused on building something substantial, and that might be in your career, or it might be in relationships or personal projects. But whatever it is, you've been putting in a lot of steady and persistent work. And that's not like sexy or fun energy when it comes to the knights and money in general, but slow and steady really does win the race, especially when it comes to career and investment. These things don't usually happen overnight, and this knight is really aware of that, and he's willing to put in that work. So this period was likely one of routine and discipline, and you're making progress through patience and a strong work ethic rather than through sudden changes or quick wins. So I see you really having your eyes on the prize, your eyes on the horizon. You're really thinking about planting that pentacle into these fertile lands here, and then watching your investment grow because you feel quite confident about whatever it is you're working on and its potential to really be quite successful for you in the long run. In the present position, we have the 10 of Swords. So this is saying that you're currently experiencing a period of great difficulty. You might be feeling some pain or a sense of betrayal. This card ultimately represents an ending, and it's often one that feels a little bit painful or overwhelming. So you might be facing a situation where you feel completely defeated, or that something that you valued has come to kind of an abrupt and a harsh conclusion. But while this card is a bit difficult, it sometimes can be a card of deep sorrow and certainly finality. It also signifies that this is the lowest point, and from here things can only improve because the worst is behind you now. And though it may not feel like it now, this ending is clearing the way for a new beginning. So that's certainly something to keep in mind. So it looks like something in your life has come to completion. It may be something that sometimes completion is a really celebratory thing. Like we get our degree, we finish school, we move into a new home, something like that. This is more of an ending where it might have felt a little bit out of your control. It wasn't something you necessarily would have chosen for yourself, but it's still inevitable. And the best thing for you to do in this situation right now is accept that something has come to an end and allow yourself to understand that this was necessary. Something is being cleared out of the way for you, and the sun is about to rise on that horizon. So the worst is over. It's time to notice that sunrise, notice that light at the end of the tunnel. In the position of obstacles that you might face this month, we have the Hermit card. So this is suggesting that The challenges that you might face this mid-month involve isolation, introspection, or the need to seek some inner guidance. So you might find yourself feeling alone or withdrawn as you navigate the difficulties of your present moment. The Hermit encourages inner reflection and finding wisdom within. That's what this lantern is all about. It's about the guiding light from within and where it can take us. But it can also signal a tendency to retreat too far inward. And that can lead to some loneliness or disconnection from others. So I think that's what this card is showing up to warn you a little bit about. Don't retreat too far inward. I think you do need some alone time to get really in touch with that sense of inner guidance, but make sure that you're not completely disconnecting yourself from social events, from other people, from reality in general. So the obstacle here is to balance this need for introspection with the need for external support and connection. And you may struggle with feeling isolated or with the pressure to make decisions on your own without sufficient input from others. So if that's the case, it might be time to, yes, take this time to think on your own. But if you're feeling like you need guidance, don't hesitate to reach out to other people. Don't let yourself become completely isolated and locked in your own head to the point where it becomes detrimental to your health and your forward progress. But the Hermit is very much making sense to me, following the Ten of Swords, and certainly with the next card coming after. It looks like you really do need some time to think. After this ending, you're kind of in this space of like, okay, well, what now? What do I do now? This has obviously come to an end. I'm accepting it. And now I just need to just get on my own and think these things through. And the only caution here with this being in the obstacle situation is to not get too far into your own head and make sure you reach out to other people, because that's going to be really helpful to you. In the position of opportunities available to you this mid-month, we have the Four of Swords. So this is suggesting that what you need most right now is rest, recovery, and reflection. And I love seeing that paired with the Hermit here, because it's really reinforcing this notion of you needing to take a beat right now, to really connect with yourself, to withdraw a little bit. Don't withdraw too far, but you do need some alone time. You need to really think things through and allow yourself to get in touch with what you really think and what you really want next. After this turmoil indicated by the Ten of Swords, this Four of Swords is saying you have a chance now to heal and regroup, which is a really beautiful pairing, actually. This is what you want to see after that Ten of Swords. This is saying we're allowed, life is giving us this moment to heal ourselves and to gather our thoughts and gather our energy again to go back into battle. But we're safe from battle right now. We don't need to be in battle. We're being given a little moment of respite from that, which is really beautiful. So this card is encouraging you to take a step back, rest, and allow yourself some time to recover from these recent hardships or difficult situations. So it's a period right now for contemplation where you can gather your thoughts and process your emotions and prepare for this next phase of your journey. This time of rest is going to give you that clarity and strength that you need to move forward when you are ready. So the opportunity here is to find peace and rejuvenation, which will ultimately lead to greater clarity and resilience. And I know Capricorns, I have a strong Capricorn in my chart. We are kind of workaholics. I am not happy unless I'm working on not just one project, but usually a few projects at once. I like to be busy. So this might be a little bit difficult for some of us Capricorns to allow ourselves to take a beat, to retreat a little bit, to gather our thoughts, to have some alone time, and really not be doggedly pursuing our goals. And I think in light of this Knight of Pentacles, the energy here is really saying to slow down and to think long term, to not be bothering ourselves with this kind of busybody energy of multitasking, running to and fro. It's a time to think long-term, slow and steady, take a beat, rethink our plans, gather our energy right now. In the position of advice for this mid-month, we have the Queen of Wands, and I love seeing her show up at the end of this reading. She's bringing a lot of sunny, bright, positive energy. And there is, there are some difficult cards here, but I'm noticing this flow of yellow throughout this entire reading and then kind of really solidifying in this Queen of Wands. And this yellow is a thread of positivity and optimism and brightness and sunniness. So even though there might be some difficult looking cards here, you're coming out into this really beautiful light at the end of the tunnel, and it's very powerful. So this queen is encouraging you as the advice card to embrace your inner confidence, your courage, and also your creativity. She is a figure of warmth and determination, and she's got a lot of charisma. So it's suggesting that you really have this inner strength and passion right now to overcome your challenges. This queen is advising you to be bold and assertive, to take charge of your situation with a lot of optimism and enthusiasm. She's also reminding you to stay true to your passions and to lead with both your heart and your mind. So it's a time to draw upon your inner fire, to be a leader in your own life, and also to inspire others with your confidence and determination. This queen is very much one of those figures. When you're around her, you kind of get fired up and inspired. You're like, look at what she's doing. I want a piece of that. And it kind of fires up your creativity. So she really has that ability to inspire other people around her just through her own actions, her own determination to reach her goals. So the advice here is to believe in yourself and to approach your challenges with a positive can-do attitude, knowing that you really have the power to transform your situation. That's why I love seeing her at the end here. She's also a card of the entrepreneur, the artist or artisan, someone who's able to communicate her ideas really clearly and brilliantly and to gain a lot of success through her creativity. So I'm almost wondering or feeling that this period of rest and relaxation is going to allow you to bring some kind of renewed energy to a creative project, an entrepreneurial project. Maybe there's a business that you started recently and things maybe had to take a little bit of a dip while you dealt with some life issues. We can never avoid those moments when something unexpected comes along and things get a bit interrupted. This queen is saying, don't worry about that. We're going to get back to this energy. This pairing is really beautiful to me because she's saying, whatever it is we were working on before and we saw the value of, we saw the long-term success, we're going to get back to it now. And we're going to have renewed strength and energy and renewed confidence as well. So she's really coming in at the end saying, once we've gathered our thoughts, it's over for everyone else. We are taking charge. We are getting that money. We are very much in a position now to charge forward again with our creative ideas. So you've had this period of diligent effort and a steady approach to your goals here. You might be facing this painful ending or a realization of some sort that may have you feeling a little isolated and introspective, but the opportunity available to you is one of rest and recovery. Take advantage of that. That doesn't happen all the time for everyone. And it's going to allow you to regain your strength and your clarity. And then the advice here at the end is just embrace your inner confidence and courage that will come out of this period of rest and relaxation. And that's going to allow you to lead with passion and determination and bring you back in touch with these goals. And you're going to be able to pursue them again with renewed energy and confidence. Really beautiful progression of energy for you this mid-month, Capricorn. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Please be sure to let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time.